What if the purest wisdom about life doesn't come from books, philosophies, or even years of experience, but from the simple kiss of a child? One night, just before I fell asleep, my 2-year-old granddaughter walked into the living room and kissed me. In that instant, I gained a deeper understanding of love, flow, and the meaning of life than I had in decades of reflection. Today, let's explore how a child's innocent gesture can reveal the hidden connection between water, love, and the essence of life itself.
When the fog descended, silence settled over the village after the discovery of old Billy's departure. His notes were left stacked, serving as entertainment for the locals who chose to share them with others.
Number 046, Granddaughter's Kiss. It was just before 10 p.m. I believed my 2-year-old granddaughter was already wrapped in the sleep of angels when she suddenly appeared in the living room, offering a kiss to her grandpa. Overcome with love, I took her in my arms so we could share this affection, and as she relaxed, she drifted off to sleep right there, breathing against my neck, forcing me to remain seated until sleep had fully embraced her. All day, I had been reflecting on how to communicate to the dense world a little more about what it means to live as spring water, how the planet's water network circulates its power and force, affecting all life. And then, in that very moment, with this tiny creature in my arms, I realized something profound. The journey that water takes to rise from the earth and reach all living beings is no different from this act of childlike surrender, where love, whether in the form of a kiss or another gesture, propels one part of life to seek out another, passion. But then there is also the other side, the one unaware of the importance or value of this life, whether it arrives as a kiss or as a sip of water. However, when love is given, everything changes and it all starts to make sense. 2 minutes of an embrace given by an angelic child are like a transfusion of life itself. And that is precisely what the planet is offering us at every moment for the sake of collective well-being. This should be enough to encapsulate the essence, purpose, and importance of being water, of becoming spring water, of remaining open so that life's flow and expansion are never interrupted. But there is something else, something beyond measure. The step, the act of leaving the comfort of one's bed to offer and give a kiss. This gesture must never be neglected. Yet it only holds meaning if there is a sincere kiss to give, if there is an unconditional love that does not judge or preemptively weigh the worthiness of the one receiving it. Water never asks if the thirsty have done their homework, if they answered their parents disrespectfully, or if they slacked off at work. Like a child, water simply is, and it finds joy in being itself, multiplying through its act of giving. This willingness to move forward, to advance toward what resonates as true to oneself without concern for anything other than the joy of giving, this is what merges with life that flows because it keeps life flowing. The first step in this unfolding journey of giving and multiplying is thought. Contrary to what many believe, we are not the ones who initiate thought. The best part of us, our soul or whatever name you prefer, suggests ideas to us. We call this inspiration. Whether we recognize the source or not, we are responsible for making those thoughts present. To do so, we need only sustain them for a short while, just long enough to decide whether we welcome them. Once accepted and nurtured, a thought moves from the mind to the heart, passing through the throat, transforming into sensation and emotion, and evolving until it reaches the chest, where it becomes feeling. This process is not always linear. Inspired thoughts, emotions, or even feelings may arise independently. The journey can also reverse. A deep feeling might emerge in the heart but be repressed, generating resistance, which in turn takes form as an intellectualized rejection filled with well-ordered justifications. This is why it is crucial to commit to life that flows and to follow it, honoring all that is alive within us. If water were to stop and analyze its own importance in the world or weigh the worth of those it affects, it would never move. And kisses and embraces filled with true love would never leave a child's lips to reach those who need them. Life, by its very nature, follows its own course just as love and mercy do. None of us are truly deserving of such grace. But life knows that, with persistence, it will eventually dissolve our barriers and resistances, and we will be touched, until we finally accept and embrace these affections. Not only will we cease to block the expansion of life/love/mercy, but we will actively participate in it with the greatest joy. Therefore, optimism is inevitable. Children are better than we are, and we can still learn to respond like them, to move in harmony with life as it flows. And before I describe the specific paths that water takes to become part of our world, I can already tell you, it does all of this, navigating around and dissolving obstacles, to bring a kiss to someone who is far from deserving it. A child's kiss is life that goes on.
Broad analysis of Granddaughter's Kiss. 1. Philosophical and existential reflections. The text delves into profound existential themes, exploring the essence of giving, love, and interconnectedness. At its core, it questions the value of selfless actions and the natural flow of life, using water and a child's kiss as central metaphors. The text presents an argument against over-rationalizing the meaning of existence, suggesting that life's purpose is realized through action, not analysis. The act of giving, be it water quenching thirst or a child offering unconditional love, becomes a philosophical assertion that love, mercy, and generosity must be given freely, without judgment or expectation. The piece subtly critiques society's tendency to measure worthiness before granting kindness, arguing that true compassion and connection transcend human-imposed conditions. 2. The metaphor of water and flowing life. The text intricately weaves water as a powerful symbol throughout. Water represents continuity. It moves, nourishes, and never asks for permission before reaching those in need. Purity, like a child's love, water does not judge or select its recipients. Healing and renewal, just as water sustains life, acts of selfless love have the power to revive and heal. This hydrological metaphor extends to human relationships, emphasizing the need to remain open and allow love, generosity, and compassion to flow without restriction. 3. The role of children and innocence. Children embody pure love, spontaneity, and the absence of judgment. The granddaughter's simple yet profound gesture, leaving her bed to give a kiss, becomes a model for how humans should approach life and relationships. The text suggests that adults have lost something essential that children naturally possess. Society, through conditioning and rigid structures, distances itself from this raw, instinctual love and generosity. The idea that children are better than we are is a reminder that we can learn from them by returning to an intuitive, heart-led existence rather than over-intellectualizing our actions. 4. Psychology of thought and emotion. A key psychological aspect of the text is its reflection on how thoughts and emotions evolve within us. It describes the journey of an idea or inspiration, from thought to sensation, passing through the throat as a feeling, from sensation to emotion, settling in the chest as sentiment. This somatic experience of emotions aligns with psychological and neurological studies on how feelings are processed in the body before becoming conscious responses. Additionally, the text highlights how repressing emotions can lead to rationalized justifications for avoiding deep connection. 5. Spiritual undertones and the concept of life that flows. The text subtly invokes a spiritual perspective without adhering to a specific religious framework. The notion of inspiration, as something given rather than created, suggests a connection to a higher source, whether one interprets this as divine wisdom, intuition, or universal consciousness. The idea that no one is truly deserving of love, but it is given anyway, mirrors theological and spiritual teachings about grace and unconditional mercy. The concept of life as a continuous, flowing force aligns with spiritual traditions that emphasize oneness, surrender, and the dissolution of ego in favor of unity. 6. Critique of judgment and conditional giving. A critical stance in the text is its rejection of judgment-based giving. The contrast between water's unconditional offering of life and society's tendency to evaluate before giving serves as a critique of merit-based kindness. The text challenges the notion that people must earn love, compassion, or even the right to exist within a flow of abundance. By using the child's kiss as an example, it argues that true generosity requires no preconditions. It simply is. This message is particularly relevant in discussions on social justice, humanitarian aid, and interpersonal relationships, where resources, love, and acceptance are often distributed based on perceived merit rather than intrinsic worth. 7. Optimism and the call to return to authenticity. Despite its deep existential questions, the text radiates optimism. It insists that while adults may have lost their natural connection to life's flow, they can still reclaim it. The message is clear. We can learn from children by re-embracing spontaneity, love, and presence. We can align with life's natural rhythm by letting go of control, judgment, and resistance. We can participate in the expansion of love and connection, not through analysis but through action. The final message is a call to movement, to flow, to giving without hesitation. It suggests that in doing so, we align with the true nature of existence. Conclusion. Granddaughter's Kiss is a profound meditation on love, generosity, and the fluidity of life. It blends philosophy, psychology, and spirituality, offering a deeply humanistic and optimistic perspective on how we can reconnect with our most authentic selves. Through poetic metaphors and a gentle narrative, it challenges us to let go of restrictive mindsets and embrace a way of being that mirrors the effortless generosity of water and the unconditional love of a child. Ultimately, the text invites us to surrender to life's natural rhythm, to become part of the flow rather than resist it.
Domestic kindness has become a luxury item in modern society. It is astonishing that we must bring to study such a simple and natural gesture of affection. I never tire of repeating that we have so much to learn from the innocence of children because they left the original source of life only a short time ago.
Yes, Jessica. It is incredible that we must study to relearn what was born within us, the essence of innocence and the innocence of essence. I feel ashamed of what happened to me, of this thinking machine that allows me to reason. I lost that contagious spark recorded in our family videos. I lost my smile and tenderness. Today, I have only reason and financial mathematics as my banner of value, and that does not bring back my grandfather's embrace.
Brian, my dear, according to old Billy, entering density inherently means distancing oneself from original subtlety. But every time we allow ourselves to reconnect through someone else's eyes, we bring back the subtlety we once left behind. This applies to people, animals, plants, and even the smallest atomic particles, past and future. So do not feel ashamed, embrace yourself, and remember what we have already learned here about being a spring of water. If you still feel the absence of an embrace, accept mine. There is always room for one more in a grandfather's heart. Thank you all. Until our next reading.